Hi guys. Yeah, you can see me. Okay, so I'm slightly glistening as I can see. It's a little hot here in Vegas. I think it's about 100 degrees, give or take, just saying. But I love to do videos outside because I love this area. I love the grass. You can hear the birds in the background. And I'm over here with a bunch of trees in back of us. So this is my favorite spot. So you guys, let's get right into it. What are we going to talk about today? We are going to talk about when am I going to make a living? So just literally in the last, I would say 3 to 4 days, I've talked to people. I've seen a few videos and I've seen a few memes, and one of the memes I actually posted on my Instagram. You guys, if you don't follow me on Instagram, check me out on Instagram. It's just my name, Aisha Page, same thumbnail that I have on YouTube, purple skirt and legs. That's all you'll see. So and I got a few responses from that particular meme. But I literally was leaving out earlier today to run an errand, and I bumped into my neighbor. Big shout out to her. Hi, Kimberly, how are you? And we're going to do a part 2 to this, and we're probably going to go back and forth and talk a little bit about it. But one of my favorite, off subject but part of the subject, one of my favorite artists is Sade, you guys. So I love Sade. One of my top like 3 singers or artists, people that write music, sings, does that. A little bit off subject again. Big shout out to Trish Dog, because I was able to actually attend one of Sade's concerts. I would say maybe about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. She bought me tickets to this concert, or to her concert. And if you are a Sade fan, you know she only tours. She puts an album out every 10 years, and she tours like every 10 years, give or take. So I think we are due for an album. I am totally ready for it, and I'm definitely going to the concert. So Sade, this is how Sade ties into this. She has a song called "When Am I Gonna Make a Living?" and I totally love this song. I was turned on to Sade probably about when I was 10 or 12 years old. My parents used to play it in the house, so that's how I became a fan of hers. As soon as I heard her music, I instantly gravitated to it. In our house, a lot of blues, jazz, and when I heard Sade, I just totally fell in love with her, and I've been listening to her ever since. So this song has really been ringing in my head for 2019, and definitely go to YouTube, check it out. Sade, you spell it S-A-D-E, and type in "When Am I Gonna Make a Living?" And that song is ringing so true what's going on today. Literally, I would say about a couple weeks ago, I received in the mail to renew my lease, you guys. So I live here in Vegas, and Vegas rent, I would say, is pretty, it's okay. It's very doable. I'm originally from California, originally from San Diego, you guys. So as you know, San Diego is like highly very expensive. I just go visit. I wouldn't even think about moving back to San Diego because I wouldn't be able to afford to live. And here's a fun fact, you guys. Did you know that Las Vegas has no state tax? Just throwing that out there for all you guys that knew that. No state tax. When you pay for food, like if you go to a grocery store, it is what it is. Back on subject. So I got this notice, and my rent has been raised $100. So me and my downstairs neighbor Kimberly were talking a little bit about it. You know, like if you were to move, for example. So if I, basically in a nutshell, I was thinking about not telling you how much my rent is, but my rent, I pay comfortably between $1,200 to $1,300 right now. That's just me, you guys, and I do that all by myself. With my rent being raised, it'll be between $1,300 and $1,400 for my rent, and I'll be paying that all by myself. So you kind of think to yourself like, wow, I could get a house for that. I can rent a house. But if you think about the big move, you're talking about first, last month rent, deposit, then you're going to have to pay, run your credit check. Don't have pets. If you have pets, you're going to pay for that. So comfortably to move into, like if you were to find a reasonably priced house that you wanted to live in, it would cost between $3,000 and $4,000 just to move. And just thinking about the state of everybody today, not everybody, but a lot of people are living paycheck to paycheck. So that basically for a lot of people would not be happening. I think also the reason why the rent is raising here in Vegas is because we got that new big beautiful stadium that they're building, of course. So they're getting ready for all that traffic and whatnot. And I would say I'm fairly close to that stadium, but not that close. But rent is going up everywhere. How about you guys chime in down below in the comment section? where you live and how much your rent is. Now, I do have to admit, I do have an apartment that is in a nicer area. I live in Henderson, and I also have a 3-bedroom. I have a 3-bedroom apartment upstairs, and it has a fireplace and all the bells and whistles. It was just recently remodeled, but if you really think about it, I just think about like 10 years ago or even 5 years ago, how much I was paying for rent and how much it has skyrocketed. And this leads me into the other subject. My wages, my cost of living is not going up. Has anybody noticed that? Because you guys know I'm really, well, maybe you don't, but I love to talk about inflation and just things that people, it seems like nobody else is paying attention to, but it is what it is. I'm paying attention and I'm ready for it. But I'm thinking to myself, okay, my rent's going up, my gas is going up, all my insurances are going up, my food's going up, everything's going up, but my living wage. I work every day. Not every day, but you guys get what I'm saying. I go to a job and I work hard and I do my job, but I'm not getting any raises or cost of living wage. So if everything else is going up and my wages aren't, how does that work? How are people, quote unquote, going back to the Sade song, how am I supposed to make a living? Now, you guys know me, I'm multiple streams of income. I'm always looking to, go to the next level and whatnot. I consider myself right now, as this moment, a small fry or whatever. But, I got a couple things in the works and I'm working on different, incomes and just different things that I've been working on. Yeah, but with that being said, another thing is, and I'll just throw it out here because that's who I am, my job is actually cutting hours. Isn't that a fun fact? So when your job decides that you are, they can replace you at any time, fire you or cut your hours, how do you not respond, but how do you act? What do you do to supplement your money if you already have things in place to make that transition and or help you with, like, if your job, it was to cut hours, you say, you know what, no problem, I have money coming from this direction, this direction, this direction, this direction, and so that helps you maintain your lifestyle, you could say. So I just found it real interesting because I actually had another conversation with another person that I really like, and we were talking about just bills and rent and cost of living and how the dollar isn't stretching as far as it used to, and it's just really becoming very hard for people to just make a living, just to live. Even living paycheck to paycheck isn't working anymore. A lot of people have their and it's not, the funny thing about it is, but the interesting thing about it, a lot of people that I know, they'll have a regular job, then a side job or a side hustle, and then still they can't make ends meet, or they're still living, quote unquote, paycheck to paycheck. They're not splurging, they're not going on like big trips and stuff like that. So that's why I think it's very important to have multiple streams of income. That way, if something was to happen, anything, emergency, your job cuts hours, you get fired from your job, you're able to still maintain your living lifestyle, especially if you have a family, if you have children, if you have a husband. Right now with me, it's just me and my son, so we do pretty good. We can always do better. Everybody always wants to do better, but I'm just saying, I just look around and I see everything rising in price, but my wage at work is not keeping up with that. Now, for example, we could do math real quick, and I always call it Aisha math because it's real loose, you guys. But think about it. If you get a 25-cent raise, right? And so that's for every hour worked. Just do the math in your head. It's hot, so, and you guys see I'm sweating. I'm not going to even try to do the math. How does that, okay, so 25-cent raise, maybe let's just say you get an extra $50 a week. Now remember, they're taxing that, so tax man comes along, let's just turn that $50 into $40. Let's say they're taxing you real low, but they're not, they're taking more than that. So you're only making $40 more a week, right, with that raise that you got at your job. Now all jobs are the same, but if you're getting paid by the hour and you're not, what is that, you know what I'm thinking about, salary or whatnot, or have your own business, you think to yourself, okay, so my gas just went up, gas prices just went up, so I have to fill up my car, and food just went up. Those two things alone can eat that $40 up just like that. And then it's like you never even had a raise, right? And you're being taxed on it, of course, on top of everything else. So my question is, what can you do What can you do to make extra money? Sound off down below, you guys, in the comment section. What do you do for extra money? Do you sell stuff online? Do you do eBay? Do you do Amazon? Do you have your own small business, medium-sized business, large business, a business that you started a while ago and it's just flourished? I want to know, because I'm already, where I'm taking those steps to, bring other income in, but I'm always looking for more income. But just for people out there that think that living paycheck to paycheck, that's it. I want to hear some people down in the comment section saying, no, this is what I've been working on, this is what I'm doing, or just giving people ideas on how to start a business and how easy. A lot of people don't know, when you say business, they get real scared and they say, no, I can't do that. That costs a lot of money. Do you know how many business? Okay, I'm just going to give an example because it just popped into my head. If you wanted to start an eBay business, do you realize you can virtually almost do that for free? If you decided today, this Sunday, you wanted to start an eBay business, you would, go online and start, filling out, boom, 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 boom. It takes less than 10 minutes. Then you look around your house, stuff that you already have in your house. You don't necessarily got to go out and get inventory. Maybe you're not at that level yet, or you don't want to take those steps. Just look around your house. Look at that old handbag that you don't wear anymore. Look at those shoes that you bought like 2 months ago and you never decided to put on and you're not going to wear. Things like that you could just throw right up on eBay, right? And make money off of it. I'm just saying, it's really not that hard. And you guys, let me tell you, we live in the social media tech tech age, where if you want to know something, all you have to do is Google it or go to YouTube. If I want to know how to, I don't know how to program something on my phone or something like that, all you have to do is go to, like, I'm a visual person, so I would probably go to YouTube and type that in, and then there will be hundreds, if not thousands of people, or tens of thousands of people talking about that subject, breaking it down. Some of them will break it down in a minute, 2 minutes. You can pick, how long you want them to be talking to you for, and it breaks it down the whole thing, how you do that. Hell, if you wanted to start a business, a LLC, you could just go online. How do I start an LLC? What is an LLC? YouTube and Google are your best friends. I'm just saying, Google and YouTube are your best friends. Anything you want to know how to do, all you have to do is type it in and you'll get the gist of it. Especially if you're a visual person. Like I said, I'm a very big visual person, so I like to be taught by watching other people do it, and I like to be thrown in situations. Not all situations, because I know I need to be hands-on and also learn, but I'm a very visual person. If I'm learning something, I'm like, just show me. I want to watch you do it a few times, and then I want to jump in head first or feet first and just do it. And yeah, that's how I like to learn. But anyways, this Rambling Sunday is about, when am I gonna make a living? You guys definitely check out that video. Sade, beautiful woman, love the video. I'm gonna end the video